Good morning, fellow modelers. It's Papa Kilo again, back. I'm hoping for good for a while, at least to say. So it's been a while, I know. Life has gotten in the way for the past few years. Wife giving birth to our second child, taking on a new job that worked mostly nights, and then transitioned back to days to spend family life, and then back to nights again. And then purchase of the new house to try to get everything, all the honey-do lists, get that all knocked out or mostly knocked out. So now I'm hoping things are a little calmer and smoother, and now I'll be able to push out videos and build some, at least, hopefully, some quality good kits. So I think a good kit to tackle on to try is, for me anyways, to on this YouTube channel is 1/35th scale SD KFZ 165 Hummel late production. It's a smart kit. Kit number, what is it, 3621. I choose this kit over Tamiya and all other kits because basically I prefer detail. Tamiya I'm not a big fan of because of the lack of detail or the soft details that they have. Dragon, for the most part, has a lot of details that I like, and even though it's a little bit more complicated to build, but still at the end of the day, I think it looks 10 times better than Tamiya. I mean, Tamiya is not really a bad kit to build. I mean, it's a good shake and bake, for beginners, and if you really want to detail it up, you could spend all sorts, good money on aftermarket parts, and I'm not really want to do all that and make everything all, PE or anything. That's just, to me, it's just crazy and a little extreme. But at least with this kit, it comes with everything, all the details that I need. I don't really have to add anything or scratch build stuff. But with this build, I will be definitely doing some scratch building because it is missing some minor detail, but not to the extreme like Tamiya is, anyways. So with that being said, this is a 2008 kit that just came out. When I purchased it at the time, just came out. So it has, the Dragon card, which I really like. It protects the decals, the PE, and other stuff. Prevents from bending, warping, whatever. And it came with the magic tracks. I'm not a fan of magic tracks. I'm not a fan of DS tracks either. So I will be using this fuel tracks for this kit and everything. But that's just besides the point. It does, like I said, there is a new one that does come out, or there either came out already or is about to. It does come with DS tracks, and I think that's the only differences between this and the other one. I prefer, or excuse me, not prefer, but if you want to double check of what kit you're getting or purchasing, I highly recommend you to go on Scalesmate, which is an awesome reference kits and everything that you need to know before you purchase and stuff, and where it came from, and it's a pretty much good reference to fall back on in case if you want to purchase a kit or whatever. So I highly recommend it. But anyways, moving on. This kit here contains 1,078 parts. Pretty much 701 is styrene, 288 is magic tracks alone, 11 clear styrene, 2 brass tubes, 1 turn metal barrel, 1 brass, 1 twisted steel wire, 1 vinyl tube. Excuse me, when I make correction, is 2 brass tubes, not 1. But anyways, you'll see when I break down all the parts at the end of the video for you. Because I'm going to, instead of showing you and talk about all the different sprues, I'm just going to take pictures and have a slideshow for you at the end so you could pause or do what you want to look at the sprues and everything. But but what I'm going to do now is look at the instructions. So if you notice that the first page here is all the sprue map. Unfortunately, Dragon sometimes lists the blue not used, but you actually are using it. So I wouldn't trust it 100% or anything. So just use it as a grain of salt, what I always do. So it folds out like a world map, basically, in black and white, and it's a lot of stuff that is just jumbled together, and you're just trying to have a PhD in engineering in order to try to decipher everything, it seems like. But the only thing I like about Tamiya is I like their instructions. I wish Dragon would actually mirror that, but whatever. It is what it is. So the first part of it, self-explanatory. We got the road wheels, suspensions, building parts of the upper hull. I'll probably end up building the wheels and everything last because that's what I normally do. Too time consuming. And then we move on to the fenders, the back, the rear, addition to the inner hull, and then start building on the main gun. Turn to the back, more build to the main gun, and then to the side hull. Moving on the ammo containers, all the brackets, small tools. One thing I do note is this here. Normally Dragon supply with a wall mount that normally hangs these off of, but it's missing. So I do have tons of extras I'm going to be using, and I will be definitely adding those to it. That's, I guess, one example of missing detail. So I just don't, it'll bother me if it's just sitting there hanging off a wall or whatever. So I definitely will be using the PE straps. And here, just addition of the gun. But what I'm going to do is basically when I build this, I'm going to build this separate, and we build the gun separate, paint it, do all the add all the internal pieces, or actually all the internal pieces and everything hand painted that needs to be hand painted, and then put it on, and then put everything together, and then camo it, apply weather it, and then add the wheels, tracks, so on, and then decals, and hopefully be done with it. So at the back end, you get 7 different unit options. I'm not decided 100% sure that I'm going to be using any of these because it just doesn't appeal to me. I did found one unit that I think I want to do. They do sell the aftermarket for, and it's Echelon Fine Detail Decal Set for Das Reich in Normandy. I'm thinking about purchasing and do that one because I like the camo scheme better. I do like the decal schemes that they have there as well. So I'm leaning towards that. Probably about 85% sure of it. But if I change my mind, it's more than likely this would be my second option. The PZ Artillery Regiment, 103rd, 4th Panzer Division, Eastern Front, 1944. But we'll see. I don't know if I'm going to decide until probably right up to painting. If I do, I'll definitely show you what comes into the decal set. So that's pretty much it, I believe. Here on out, I'm going to be doing hopefully a weekly thing where I could just do build review where I'm at, some mistakes that I found, how to correct it, if there's any missing detail, and then either scratch build it or where I got it from, and so on and so forth. So if you have any questions, comments, leave in the comments below. And I hope I catch you guys later. Please stay tuned. Bye for now.